Next we'll see the problem number 2. Right, this is equation y equal x square minus 4x plus 2. The graph lesson is my 4th video. So please subscribe and click the bell sign, then you will receive so many videos here. After full solution, I will give full solving workouts here. My second already previous video you worked one question on the parabolic curves. Y equal x square minus 4x plus 2. Table is provided. X values from minus 1 to plus 5. Minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The y values are shown. Here y blank, when minus 1 y blank, x0 y2, x1 y minus 1, x2 missing unknown blank, x3 y minus 1, x4 y2, x5 y7. So it's the method of every graphs in OL. Very important question, familiar problem, typical question, compulsory in exam papers. So first you have to complete the table clearly, accurately, then only you have a clear, neat parabolic shape, whether it's minimum or maximum. So how this graph, min or max? So in the very first video I said, by observing a graph equation, you have to be able to say the graph is max or min. In front of x square positive symbol, therefore the graph is minimum curve. In front of x square minus comes, graph is maximum. Okay. So now we fill this. You can see this is your textbook problem. Refer your grade 11 graph question book. You can see this problem there. So first find if x is minus 1, what is y? If x equal minus 1, what is y equal? In the equation substitute and find the answer. x4 minus 1 square minus 4 times x. 4x means 4 multiple x. x4 minus 1 and plus 2. So y equal minus 1 square. Minus 1 multiple plus 1 minus minus plus 4 plus 2, so the answer is 7. When x equal minus 1, y equals 7. In O level they give only 1 or 2 blanks, 1 marks for each blank. Next here x for 2, find the y value. If x is 2, if x equal 2, what the y answer? Substitute y equal x for 2 square minus 4 times 2 plus 2. Put x for 2 and simplify. So the answer y equal 4. 4 times 2, 8 plus 2. So what? 4 minus 8 minus 4 plus 2, that is minus 2, is it? 4 minus 8 minus 4 plus 2 minus 2. So table is completed. Very important table. If you miss the table, it becomes different shape of graph. So after complete the table, you spend few seconds and see the y values, how it's formed, symmetrically distributed. Here 7, here 7, here 2, here 2, here a minus 1, here a minus 1, see a minus 2. So always y becomes, y chart, y row becomes symmetrically from the both extreme. If not so, yours wrong, recheck it. So without drawing also we can say with the table, therefore this is become our symmetric points. Symmetric comes x equal to symmetric axis, minimum value minus 2. Okay, now we draw the graph. So I hope now stop the video and prepare a graph sheet and take a full large scale. Don't draw a small graph, take full use of the sheet. then only full marks. They'll give instruction. In exam, take proper suitable scales, or along the x-axis 10 small pieces 1 unit, along the y also 10 small squares 1 unit, like that. So everything used for take a full neat parabolic shapes. So always draw the y-axis first. Draw the y-axis first, and you will take a suitable scale from that side. Values are -1, 7, 0, 2, 1, -1, 2, -2, 3, -1, 4, 2, 5, 7. X-axis, y-axis, origin, x up to 5. Negative side -1. Positive up to 7 y values 1, 2, 3. Seven downwards -2. Now we plot this graph. You learned already the grade 10 maths how to sketch the parabolic shapes. This is my 4th video. You can see previous in order for video number 1. I show basically all the ideas. Now second question of this. So x -1, y 7, x 0, y is 2. x1, y is -1, x2, y is -2, x3, y is -1, x4, y is 2, finally x5, y is 7. Don't link with the ruler, don't join with the ruler. Produce a smooth curve, everything by pencil, don't use pen. Comes like this. This is one of your school book question. Refer the book also. You can see page 44. This problem available. So now in the scheme, actually 4 marks. All mathematics papers up to now 4 marks. 1 for the blank, 1 marks. And if you draw, take the suitable scales and neat graph, they will give 3 marks here. You have 4 marks. Okay. Now the problems, part A, question, the A part, write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. So you know that every graph has a turning, minimum turning or maximum turning. Write the coordinates of the turning point. So here the graph is turning, it's turned. So at the turning coordinate, x is 2, y is -2, right? 2, -2. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Right, second problem. Write the minimum value of the function. write the minimum value of the function. Write the minimum value of the function. So if the graph is minimum, therefore we have, function, graph, y, all similar or equal meaning, right? So what is the minimum value here? This -2. So write answer -2. No anything, don't write x equal -2 or y equal. Only the y coordinate -2, no y equal -2. Next, write part C problem. The values of x when y equals 0. The value of the x, they say function is 0. Find the values of x when function is 0. Find the values of x when function is 0. This graph is what? Y equal x square minus 4x plus 2. This the graph is drawn by completing the table. So what does this question mean? Find the values of x where the function is 0. So I said function mean y value, y 0. Where the y 0? X-axis, another name. Y-axis, another name, x equals 0. X0 mean y-axis. Y0 mean x-axis. Another name for the x-axis, y equals 0. Because here we have the x values. No y value here. Therefore, write the values of x where the function is 0. That means y is 0, what the x value? That means where the graph cuts here. These are the two values, right? In this point, y is 0. There's x value. In this point, y is 0, but there's x value. So if you draw properly, you can see these two coordinates or values are what? So I roughly show this may be what? X equal 0.6. And the other value here may be what? X equal 3.3. And right, if you draw properly in the graph sheet, is the idea or the meaning of that question. For next problem, part D. Write the range of x. Write the range of x. Write the range of x. For which, write the range of x for which y less than or equal -1. Y less than or equal -1. Write the range of x for which y less than or equal -1. So if you refer my previous videos, I explain clearly how to write such answers, range problems. So here we have to write the x value, x from where to where. Range means start point and finishing. Boundaries, where. So y less than or equal -1. Where y -1? Here y1, y2, y plus 3, y plus 4. Here y -1, y -2. So in this case, we draw the y equal -1 line, right? Y equal -1 line. This is the line we call y equal -1, that line. So y should be smaller than -1, below here. So this part is the graph shape. Y less than -1 or equal also. If there is no equal, draw the dot line like this. Draw the dot line. If it's equal, draw the bolted straight line, right? So y less than or equal -1 below this. So this, what are the x coordinates belong to the start point and the finishing point. So see where this line and the curve cuts here. So straightly one x value, other one here, other value. So between 1 and 3, right? Between 1 and 3, graph takes below the -1 values. Y takes below the -1 or function takes below the -1. they have answer between 1 and 3, right? Between 1 and 3, or we use as an inequality pattern. 1 less than, or they mark the equal sign, therefore you write the equal also. So it's the range where y less than or equal minus 1, x boundaries or range of x. So you show this line also, right? When answering such a problem, this line important, hence we calculate this value. Right, next E part. Using your graph, find the roots of the equation. Using your graph, find the roots of the equation x square minus 4x plus 2 equals 0. Using your graph, find the roots of the equation x square minus 4x plus 2 equal to 0. So if you refer the previous video number 3, very clearly I shown how to solve quadratic equations using the graphs. Very important part, one of the question in every exam paper under graph. So again I will show you how to show this, how to solve this equation. This is a quadratic equation, you know every QE has 2 solutions. So how to find using this graph, right? So our main graph we drawn y equal x square minus 4x plus 2 is the graph we drawn by preparing a table. Is the graph. I say it's number 1, equation number 1, right? Equation number 1, and this is equation number 2, right? That is equation number 2. It's the method. Now you solve this pair of simultaneous equation. The main part, remove the x square. Try to solve and get the remove by x square. Eliminate the x square vanishes. If you remove the x square, you will get a straight line form, y equal mx form, or y equal mx plus c form, or any other y equal form. But this simple question, see the same, both are same. This both same. Therefore 1, 2 gives you what? This is the same here. So here y, here 0. Is it? Arriving conclusion, y equals 0. Y equals 0 if you connect these 2 equations to it. So after solving, always it becomes a straight line equation or linear form. We call linear form. So what is y equals 0? X-axis. Y equals 0 means x-axis. Therefore, what are the solution where this parabolic curve and the x-axis cuts? This one solution, this is other solution for that quadratic equation, right? So I mentioned the answer, the same answer, or you see your graph properly what are the 2 solutions. So I write mine here the answers. X equals 0.6 or x equal 3.3. If it's only 1 decimal, very no problem, scheme available, marks, they excuse for marks. If it's a huge difference, no marks. If actually 0.5 is your actual answer, 0.6 okay, 0.4 also okay. If it's a 3.4 is the actual answer, 3.3 okay, 3.5 also okay. That's the scheme, marking scheme. So no matter whatever, you take the neat curve and hence calculate this value. So another chance I shown here how to solve quadratic equation using the graph, right? Right, next part F. Using your graph, find the value of square root 2. Using your graph, find the value of square root 2. This is another important question. So many oil pass paper, they ask one of the part in graph. find the square root of 5 or 3 or 7, like the irrational numbers. Find the square root of such irrational numbers, such an irrational value. Okay, study how to solve or how to calculate such a answer square root number values, right? So here also we take what the graph we drawn, y equal x square minus 4x plus 2. I said first equation. Now if they ask any square root value to be determined, to be calculated, you introduce a new equation like this. Let x equals square root 2. X equals square root 2, right? If they ask root 5, take x equal root 5. And now I say number 3 because I mentioned the second equation. So I say that's number 3, right? Now the idea, solve this pair of equations. So as I mentioned in many videos, earlier videos, the solving idea here, try to remove the x square. After solving, no x square. X square means parabolic curve. Only one we draw in the parabola. So try to remove the x square. So in this case, you substitute x4 square root 2. Put x4 square root 2, right? Not this x here, because we remove the x square. We have to vanish the x square and to eliminate the x square. So 1, 2. Here y equal, put x4 square root 2 square minus 4x plus 2. Remember, don't apply for x value, try to put x square value. X square, substitute x for root 2. So what is that? Y equal root 2 square. What is root 2 square? Root 2 multiple root 2, that is root 4. That is 2. You learned the first chapters in grade 11 under real number irrational problems. 2. Here 4x plus 2, right? So what is that? Y equal minus 4x, 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, 2 plus 2, 4. What is this? This is a straight line equation. Always after solving, you will get a straight line equation called y equal mx plus c form, or y equal mx form, or earlier y equal minus 1 form. Now draw this graph. Now you draw this sketch here. That's you learned grade 9 maths, how to draw a straight line graph. So grade 9 you have only the straight line graph problems. Therefore you prepare a big table and found the suitable pair of values, x value and y values, corresponding values, and we trace that. It's passed in your old syllabus, that's grade 9 maths. But here in all level questions such a straight line comes, don't waste your time to drawing a big table. Actually to draw a straight line, 2 points are enough. Minimum qualification, minimum 2 points are enough. If you know 2 points, you can trace it. You can produce it up to infinity, far away. Therefore, try to find 2 points enough to draw such a straight line curves. So you can write any 2 points and find, right? So, I put x for 0. See, if x is 0, if x equals 0, what is y? Y equal 4. If x is 0, y is 4. If x is 0, y is 4. And then another point also. If you put y for 0, what happened? Y for 0. Okay, that also easy you can find. 2 points are easy, right? Better points are put x for 0, find the y value, and substitute y for 0, find the x value. So if y is 0, put y for 0 here. 0 equal minus 4x plus 4. So minus 4x take here, plus 4x equal 4. So x is 1. Copy this. With me you work, right? If any confused, stop the video and refer any ideas, collect it. So with me you have to work, then only eat. Later you refer this. Definitely you can answer in your future O-level paper this graph chapter, graph lesson. So 4x equal 4, x is 1. It's easy 2 points you can obtain by put x for 0, find the y value. Put y for 0, find the x value. And now we mark that points. x0, y4 here. x0, y4. y0, x1. 2 points. So as I mentioned earlier, to draw a straight line, 2 points are enough. In grade 9, we work by preparing a big table and complete the entire x, y value and x and y values, and we draw. That's full marks question, grade 9 maths. Here, straight line, not a full marks question, part of a problem. Therefore, minimize your work. This method enough, right? So now draw that line. Draw that straight line graph after link 2 points, you produce it. Like this. This is the straight line graph. Y equal minus 4x plus 4. Y equal minus 4x plus 4. So what is the question? Find the square root value. Using this graph, find the square root 2 value. So it's solving ideas when in straight line and the curve cuts. See where are the intersection coordinates of the x value. Find the where intersection coordinate of the x value. That's the answer. So if you draw properly in a graph sheet, you can see here a value, the cuts here, and the graph cuts here. See this the other value. Here a value and here 2 solution, right? Every square root 2 answers. No? Square root 100, not only 10, plus 10 minus 10. Square root 36 plus 6 minus 6. So similarly, 2 solution, both become same, plus minus only differ, same numerical answer. So if you draw properly, you can see, draw here and see 2 solution. X equal, maybe what, minus 1.3 something. You check with your that x equal 1.3. This is the value of the square root 2. 1.3 or 1.2, you can see 1.2. So plus or minus 1.2 or 1.3, you see your graph sheet. So every square root has 2 solutions. Some problem they ask find the positive solution only. Then this side enough. Some problem they ask find the negative values only. Some they are silent, then find the both solution. So it's the method how to solve or how to calculate, how to find the square root using the quadratic graphs, quadratic functions, right? So if you can answer for any problems for such type of square roots.